Hey kids, gather around because today I have a story that's not only fun but also teaches a very important lesson. Have you ever heard the story of the boy who cried wolf? It's a tale that has been told for generations, and it carries a message that is just as relevant today as it was back then. It's a classic tale that teaches us an important lesson about trust and honesty. You see, trust is something very precious, and once it's broken, it can be very hard to mend. Let me tell you all about it. This story takes place in a small village surrounded by lush green fields and rolling hills. Once upon a time, there was a young shepherd boy who lived in this village. His job was to watch over a flock of sheep, making sure they were safe from any danger. He had a very important job, watching over a flock of sheep. Every day he would take them to the fields to graze and keep an eye out for any signs of trouble. But, like many of us sometimes, he got bored. Day after day it was the same routine, and he started to feel restless. And when you're bored, you might come up with some not so great ideas. The boy began to think of ways to entertain himself, and that's when a mischievous plan formed in his mind. So one day the boy decided to play a trick. He thought it would be funny to make the villagers believe that a wolf was attacking the sheep. He shouted, "Wolf! Wolf!" Even though there was no wolf around, his voice echoed through the fields, reaching the ears of the villagers. The villagers heard his cries and rushed to help him. They grabbed their tools and ran as fast as they could, their hearts pounding with fear and concern. But when they got there, they saw no wolf. The field was peaceful, with the sheep grazing quietly and the boy standing there with a grin on his face. Just the boy laughing his head off. He found it hilarious that he had tricked the villagers so easily. The villagers were not amused, and they went back to their homes, shaking their heads. They felt annoyed and a bit foolish for falling for the boy's prank. The next day, guess what happened? The boy, still bored and looking for amusement, decided to pull the same trick again. The boy did it again. "Wolf! Wolf!" he yelled. His voice was filled with fake urgency, and he watched eagerly to see the villagers' reaction. And once again the villagers came running. They dropped what they were doing and hurried to the field, ready to protect the sheep. And once again there was no wolf. The field was just as calm as before, with no sign of any danger. The boy thought it was hilarious. He laughed even harder this time, enjoying the sight of the bewildered villagers. But the villagers? Not so much. They were starting to get really frustrated with the boy's antics. They were starting to lose their trust in him. They began to doubt his words, thinking he was just playing another trick. Then one day, a real wolf appeared. It crept into the field, its eyes fixed on the unsuspecting sheep. The boy cried out, "Wolf, wolf, please help me." This time his cries were filled with genuine fear and desperation. But this time the villagers thought it was just another one of his tricks. They had been fooled twice before and didn't want to be fooled again. They didn't come to help. They continued with their daily tasks, ignoring the boy's desperate pleas. The wolf attacked the sheep, and the boy was left all alone to face the consequences of his actions. He watched in horror as the wolf caused chaos among the flock. That day the boy learned a very hard lesson. He realized that his lies had cost him the trust of the villagers, and now he had to deal with the consequences. The moral of the story, kids, is liars are not believed, even when they tell the truth. It's important to always be honest, because once trust is broken, it's very hard to earn back. When you lie, people start to lose trust in you. They begin to doubt your words and actions, and it becomes difficult to convince them otherwise. And trust, once lost, is very hard to earn back. It's like a broken bridge that takes a lot of time and effort to rebuild. So always remember to be honest. Honesty builds strong relationships and helps you earn the trust and respect of others. Because honesty is the best policy. It may not always be easy, but it's always the right thing to do. Thanks for listening, and I hope you learned something valuable today. Remember, your words and actions matter, so choose them wisely. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun stories and lessons. Bye for now. See you next time.